ain't never been to Skate Town. On no national, you know it go down.
Kilo Ali Flow. Look, from the east side on a Friday night, met a bunch of to the Golden Glide. Lows and highs, me and all the bros in a stolen ride like, man, they outside, so I'm staying inside. Show you and I vibe, take a few, like Tupac. I seen a bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie, throwing up the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize, I ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably be the reason you die, trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs, gripping on it like I'm picking the prize. They hit the crib with a collide, but really ain't tripping. We can kick it and ride through the yeah. Pull up the Moreland, bro. Where you at? West End, what's happening? Oh, man. Southside, come go, what's up? Oh, damn, homie, come on.
From the zone 4, Campbellton Road. Got cash to blow, hollin' at the green 90s foreign. Got me using my 90s, alright. She was choosing in the parking lot. I would look at two, keep my number locked. I may on the couch at your mama house. Ride around, bubble loud with the window down. Some of y'all done lost y'all mind. Baby, let me see you pop, that's fine. I can see from the front and the new at once. I was gonna have to walk back by. From the spots, but I be on Old Net. Better pull up on my cousin on Rainbow Drive. Whip clean, let the paint don't dry. Where you from? Clean, you're sorry.
Hey, we just pull up the Moreland, bro. Where you at? West End, what's happening? Southside, Clayco, you know what's up. Oh, damn, I don't even come up this far. Hit Catcade on the Sundays, say a parking lot prayer, no. I just wanna kick back, relax, shout it in the Monday. How about the seat, slide, it's nice to meet you, green eyes. Let's take a lap, I bring you right back to your friends before they start tripping. As I see the from the glide with the golden teeth. I don't even know if they notice me, they don't even know that we way too deep. I'm from the west, and they from the east, and all white tees, looking like sheep. I don't even wanna give one of those sneaks. We throwing up fours and ones and threes, and talking about West Side, what's happening? Hey, we just pull up the Moreland, bro. Where you at? Southside, Clayco, throw that.
You ain't never been to Skate Town. On no national, you know it go down. You ain't never been to Cascade. On the west side, up in LK. You ain't never been to Golden Glide. It's in the day. You ain't never been to Sparkles, sliding with your babe. I ain't never been to Skate Zone, cause it's out in Marlboro. I'ma pack a Carlo, I'ma take the grass and meet tomorrow.
Bring it, yeah, bring it, song, so bring it, yeah, bring it, bring it now, this will reach up, so let it take you, ugly.
Yeah. Please out. Running money up to a whole nother level. Hustle, I don't know no better. When I got richer, these got bro, call me slow, 6 racks on a sweater. My think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spent 60 racks on the camouflage bells. Duke diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil. 220 on me, Hessel and Gretel. I'm nothing like them, I put paper over pleasure. I used to want to imp, now I got several. If it's about money, then you know it's whatever. If it's about money, then you know I'm on it. Be hating no glitz, I don't it. Can't take my chain, ain't nothing like homie. South Middle Spanish red, most want it. Hold up, let me switch the flow. Just like a breaker, yeah, I'm addicted to dope. This a cold word, yeah, keep a in my coat. Money hungry, yeah, tryna give me some more. Don't pack, this ain't talking down on glitz, I like he ain't the GOAT. If you don't agree, ask the streets and yeah. This 5 air, you already know. Already know how it go. Already know I got shit on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Fresh as on the globe. Got tryna snatch out my soul. Front and back pockets on swole. Young, got a whole lot of zeros. Running money up to a whole nother level. Hustle, I don't know no better. When I got richer, these got bro, call me slow, 6 racks on a sweater. My think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spent 60 racks on the camouflage bells. Duke diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil. 220 on me, Hessel and Gretel. I'm nothing like them, I put paper over pleasure. I used to want to imp, now I got several. If it's about money, then you know it's whatever. If it's about money, then you know I'm on it. Be hating no glitz, I don't it. Can't take my chain, ain't nothing like homie. South Middle Spanish red, most want it.
takes a part of me, something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe, something taken from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free? Can't I take away all this pain? I try to every night, all in vain. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be. A cheap for me to lay. Something takes a part of me. Feeling like a freak on a leash. Feeling like I have no release. How many times have I felt disease? Nothing in my life is free. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be. A cheap for me to lay. Something takes a part of me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. shy of the 40. And that one results in 35 for Harris.
It's early, but it's like a cliche word here. Big players make big plays. Should I say big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Here's Goff. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he gets it down. He gets under 2 shot at a 30 before he's out of bounds. And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll leave it with a second and just a few inches left.
180. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. 14. 14. We're good. We're good.
Now Goff. Let's take time in the pool. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. 15 yards. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Throwing again is Goff. He throws there incomplete.
He was right up in his grill. I think he's a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Goff. Outside to Williams. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Value 3. Value 3.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sutton Silver Jr. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They'll start on the ground here on the first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming out.
2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Rodgers to throw. No, he lost the ball. So it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he's going to get this one down to the 13-yard line. They take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception. And so the offense in great shape.
1st and goal from the 3.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and goal, Detroit.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown Lions. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point splits the uprights. And makes the score 7-0.
Steelers number.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you coach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
31-yard line.
From the 31, here's a second down and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. And that didn't fool him. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. And they continue a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
at the Lions.
His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken out past the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
For the left sideline, falls incomplete.
Had the right idea. They were trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cut.
A shotgun snap for goal. And with a pass, he releases it. And that throw incomplete.
Again, Coach, just driving a lot of confidence after the last one. Maybe that was a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
180. Orange, orange. Louis. Value 3.
Goff now looks to throw. Well, this pass broken up. And the contact low time there. And now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Right, please. 5. Hey, lift. Yes, sir. What's up?
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. That's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 68 yards. And the Lions take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
For the extra point.
The kick right down the middle. And now makes the score 14-0.
Steelers have it.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for the offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is the ultimate quarterback. The more you actually have to reach, you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Complete toss to Will. And they'll be taken down, but before he gets into enemy territory.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Steelers first down.
Austin is there and brings in another one. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Austin, 47 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Lions 14, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Right 20.
Goff. That's complete to the Porter. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And second down.
The pressure was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. He's got his long back out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
A gain of 15. And the Lions first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds is right there.
A gain of 21
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Even though it's difficult, they made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they moved the ball with relative ease.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Goff looking to throw. And the people at the back, they don't get the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will regular down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
That's caught inside the 20. And is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Working from the gun, Rodgers. They can still get a first down here as they come up on second and inches.
It's second and inches.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A good position to be in here, second and inches. Here's Rodgers. It is intercepted at the goal line. John Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. Good return up past the 30.
The Steelers take over
Solid
first
return,
and 10.
pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in that amount of yardage. So I would think that after they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Rodgers wants to change the look.
Easy. On the 50. Hey, 88.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And again, it's Rodgers. To Scantling over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get into the ground at the Lions 33.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Steelers.
Now it's Rodgers. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Hutchinson on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, take 26.
Throwing is Rodgers. He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And he's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boswell again getting the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Steelers 14. Here's Boswell.
Here's Lindell to kick it away for the touchdown.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. As they'll be backed up to start this drive.
1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And that is incomplete.
Well, someone got an open ball beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect. Send it back to the drawing board.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Black 20.
Now it's gone. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down.
Backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. They wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. To gain a gain of 37.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
180! 12, 12! 4 down. 12, 12, 12, 12. Attack.
Again, Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
6 more yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on the roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
What? Attack.
Out of the gun, Goff. And the ball comes out, and they hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
180!
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
180!
From the gun, here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once again, their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure. That's going to lead to a 4th down.
As that drive ends in 3. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely it was a goal to start the drive, get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here about ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. This one finds Austin out right. And into the end zone. Touchdown. Calvin Austin, 55 yards. And the Steelers have needed a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point comes in. Things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Steelers 21. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slimly, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now by word, pumping his team out, and then, of course, by deed with his play. That's going to just say a long time. Ready, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Second and 10.
Super 66. Cut. 180. 12. Value 3. Obama.
To throw is gone. Heck of an effort there as he knocked the diving catch. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
From the gun, Gibbs will give it. I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll lose a yard there in second and 11. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Goff. This is a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances of trying to win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Hey, 20. 5. Hey, shell. Jester.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the error pass. Fourth down coming up.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hold on. Check.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
180. Super one. Shell. 11. Maverick.
Back to throw. Goff. Work in the middle of the field. He's got him incomplete. That one a back-breaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points in the fourth quarter. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Just to find his way back to the line of scrimmage. And whistles are moving out. Another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense. 53 left. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
We go tonight. 180.
Goff gonna throw it. That is caught in the corner. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
29-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
180!
Now the try they'll give to Gibbs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him on the line.
So when your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Now gone. To the left side, caught by the Porter. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should see a victory. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they run on first down. And the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to end the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. This ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck in intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. I thought people could hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner. They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So that
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at Acrisure Stadium. Coming off a contest that looks... Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Up next, it's our main event between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mims now to return it. Start on the run back to the 27. this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Bombers.
Nick starting with the pass. His first pass falls incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
He needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. It's Nick, center of the pistol. It's incomplete on 2nd down. Open settled the man he was after. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
He was defended by
I know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against him.
All right, 0-2 to start the game, and I'm guessing, partner, we're probably going to see a 3rd pass now here. On 3rd down, here's Nix. He finds his back. This is not going to get it done on 3rd down. They catch him behind the line. This goes for a loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
It's fielded at the 14. He puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, gives it Gainwell. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Goes to the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They stick with Gainwell. They won't be able to get past the line very quickly, Brock. Facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
He was taken down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Rodgers going to throw here. 3rd down. It's a screen play to Ward. He's got the 1st and more. Past the 40. And they haul him to the ground there. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Gain of 34 yards. That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
1st down throw here by Rodgers. Over the top line, that will be it. Passing over to Ward. Touchdown, that's right. The Steelers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some points every week. So how about the way they've begun this one? Force the punts and then catch it in for 6 on the opening drive.
We do it every game. You're right, because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league, and the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First get of the game here with the rookie out of UCF. He needed his 6 yards to begin this one. He got 2nd and 4.
That run may not have gotten the first, but nice little run.
Brings up
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Mix off the play action. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what it feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
this drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Over second. Okay. Bombers.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he eats a huge hit as he tries for the marker. Almost looking up to catch that top block. It's going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Captain. Slow. Olay.
Going for it on 4th. Next. He's got something to complete. He's out of bounds. Looks like he's the midfield shot. It's an 8-yard gain. A great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving.
First down.
Move the chain!
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Keep that defense on its heels.
That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at 1st down here. Shotgun snap to Nix. Defensive play. Charlie Lewis incomplete.
Points and a lot of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, the inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. You got a low power. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk our way.
The incomplete pass. Here comes 2nd and 10. Once more, it's Nix. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for Broncos' 1st down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route run away. You see zone coverage, 7 minutes, quarterback numbers, and you can find a completion just
Let's look at initial tackle. Stops waiting for no gain on that 1st down play.
Hey, that's a run that's hold off on the stat sheet. If you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Over second. Hey, Sean, let's go. Hey.
Second down, give to Harvey. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down partner. There's some backwards. That goose egg up in the scoreboard block is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. Steelers in the dime for this 3rd down.
Over second. Olay. Hey. Captain.
Going long for him here. Looks great initially, but he is short on that 1st down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the 4th down.
Year after year, the best offenses aren't that classic. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Going on 4th. Here's Nix. Beyond the bunker. Well, that short gain is enough. Boom, set it down. set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
25-yard line.
They kick the hands off. Now next. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess. Even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers to talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You're paid to make that pass through contact if you couldn't do it.
The Steelers calling their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 6 yards to go here. It's third down.
Hold on a second. Ready. Bombers. To the right.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. They'll throw. Third and long. Defender runs right as the ball does, and it knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing a fourth down.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
Ready. Captain.
I'll throw again. Next. They'll try to force it to the slant. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. The fourth down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but let us see the doubt of putting your quarterback's mind the next time he goes out the door.
And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Looking out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. That's another quick hitter. Pushing out past the 30. That's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. It's a gain of 22. First set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. I mean, job well done.
Will be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down. Coming from the 45. Throw again. Rodgers. It's caught. It's got lost it. Gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. 3 yards on that play. And the Steelers have a first down. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
First down. Here's Rodgers. First and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Whistles and the offense just sneaks in that timeout. And they're going to get a chance to put up points as a result before halftime. Here comes Chris Boswell and the Steelers field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And our first half ends with 3 points. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Here's one set to kick this away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. He can win a game of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's it. They were looking for them, Kate. And leave some shuffled around here in the playbook. Aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. So his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Like this, that's exactly where you want to get in the ball. Right on the outside. That's good. He's got the space and a lot more room to run.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Blue 58!
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. Looking quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 28-yard line.
Rodgers from the gun. Oh, it would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Anytime Mr. Negative guy, there's 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play. You're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Blue 58!
It's 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. He's got his man. This is Austin. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and converts on 3rd and 17.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard
Ball's
line.
on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Here's Rodgers. On the move, past the 40. He has room past the 25. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. As they drive forward right now, looks like it should be a win run. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to use the stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
You just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one. More than likely for more games to come.
Boswell to add the PAT.
Point after.
Right down the middle. It's good. The Steelers take a 3-possession lead.
17. Broncos nothing. Chris Boswell. The
Now
kickoff for
Boswell on to
Pittsburgh.
send this away. Return. Here's Mims. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. This is thrown towards the defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play. On top of this offense, it's incomplete on 1st down.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play. There was just nowhere to go with it.
Try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Nix again on 2nd and 10. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. Broncos start the 2nd half with some needed points. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown. I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they go to the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
Johnson now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. To throw, Rodgers. Couldn't find a completion on first down.
This defense, they have played, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they reduced this receiver to a football. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
After the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. 20 left, it's Gainwell. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. Working quickly here.
By Drew Sanders. A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
Rodgers going to throw here, third down. This is the connection to Gainwell. And it's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Those are short throws. They are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that or getting stopped short of the sticks.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this. They're going for it. It's Rodgers. Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Made the throw. He's getting hit block, and it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So second down coming up.
As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation. Just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these. Really break open and scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Second down. Here's Nix again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And as it goes, it's a pick six and a Pittsburgh touchdown. And so this defense isn't just trying to defend the lead. They're trying to eliminate all doubts. And to that end, they've tried to take that interception for 6.
I think it's very easy for fans to see when an offense goes dormant and conservative and plays it safe. The defenses fight the same challenge, Cade, and kudos to that defensive coordinator. Could be witness, but this defense is earning the right to be aggressive.
31, Broncos 7. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Harvey now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10.
Captain. Bombers.
Back to the air, Knicks after the pick. From the team to the left side. That's the defensive play. Jarred loose, incomplete.
That was almost a nice cheap play before he was able to recover. He dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, switch motion. Hey,
Out of the gun, it's Knicks. And the Steelers get it back after making their third.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't state much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to keep. I don't state much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that.